So I did this picture. Let me say to retouch it. What you gotta do first is crop. Okay, but I've already cropped it, so you guys don't need to crop it again. All right. Now, as you can see, our model. Don't ask me of the gender. Let's just flow. Okay. Now the first thing. Okay, let me say second thing because we've already cropped. Cropping first, and then follow up. Let us fix this that is going rumpy and all. So let me select the subject by coming to select and click on, depending on computer, it's just gonna select it out. Then we zoom in, and then we'll go to select again and press inverse, so it's select the background that way. Then I'll pick my mixer brush and I will just mix. Let me undo that, and I'll just mix the background. The idea is just to remove all those rumpiness and did I say rumpiness? Okay, I'm sure you guys get what I'm talking about. Now this just to remove everything. All right, that's it. So I will deselect it. Then I'm going to zoom in, and the hair over here, I want to fix it. And to do that, I'm going to pick on clone stamp tool right over here, clone stamp, and I will select somewhere closer. And I'm just going to I sample somewhere closer. Sorry, I'm just going to clean it over there just to make that place to be perfect. While I'm done with my close stamp, I'll pick my mixer brush again. As you can see, my mixer brush. Then I'll zoom in and just mix that area, so it won't be obvious. So with that said and done, let's just start removing blemish. And to do that, you guys know lane or any lane, anything that I use, but I use spotty lane, so you guys can use anything that works for you when it comes to blemish. Using spot lane tool, if you come right here, you're going to see spot lane tool. Okay. So I'm just going to zoom in anywhere there is blemish. I just move it. I think this is a tribal mark, but I removed it already, so let's just go. Good. I messed up that place, but let's just go. All right, that works. So the next thing we're going to do is frequency separation. Okay, so I have some action here. All right, so I'm good, so you guys, because most of the is inside action. All right, only capture actions. I'm going to keep updating it from time to time, and I'm going to give it out. Okay, so if you guys check the link in the description, you will see a link to download this picture, and of course to download this action. It has teeth whitening, it has lips pop, it has frequency separation. All right, so I will just hit on the frequency separation, media frequency separation, and I'll just click play. And then it's going to have me for my radius. I'll just pick let's do 5. I think 5 works, and I'll hit OK. All right, so I'll open the media frequency separation and go to skin tone correction. I'll pick my brush, opacity 100. I'll pick flow off. All right, now what I want to do is I want for the whole balance here, I want to fix it using brush. So if I pick my brush and I make it bigger, now this place that is dark, I'll just sample somewhere closer and I'll brush on it just to make the colors to rhyme. Now you don't want to do too much for this. You want to do something but not too much. So yeah. Okay, and you brush on just the dark spots, the places that are dark. That's where you want to fix with it. All right, so let us see the before and the after. That works, right? So the next thing is mixer brush. I want to mix this skin to to make and more high, right? I'm going to open layer, coming to this plug here, and I'll click on it. So let's name this one mixer brush. Okay. Brush inside the H. My H is not working, I don't know why, but let's go. Or let's just make it mixer. I'm going to pick my brush too, right? Then I'll go on to set my settings here. My wet is 80, load mix 90, 200. Okay, then I'll zoom in, right? I'll turn off this frequency. This is the method I'm using. I'll turn on this high frequency, then make sure sample layer is checked. Then I'll start mixing the skin. Now what this does is it's going to, like, mix the skin for me. The skin with all the whole highlight and shadow. I'll create a smooth transitions between them. All right, so you guys can follow me through on this mixing so that you will know how it works, because mixer brush, it takes time to actually master it, but once you master it, you are master already. Like, okay, I'm done with the mixing, and as you can see, it's looking smoother, and of course it's looking too much, but don't worry, we'll fix that. Okay. All right, so I'll turn on the high frequency. As you guys can see, it's definitely looking too much. Here's the before and here is the after. All right, so I'm just going to come to opacity right there, and I'll reduce it to, let's say, 60. Before and after. So I think 60 works, right? Now this place, I want to fix it. I'll go to high frequency. I'll pick my clone stamp tool. Normally I don't do this, but I just feel I need to fix this angle. So I don't really like removing permission high frequency. All right, now let me come down to low frequency and kind of like fix this here. And I'll pick my patch tool. Because I just want to fix that, the issue there. All right, let's come to the mixer brush. I have the high frequency. I pick my mixer brush and I brush again on that area. Okay, I think that works a little. Yeah, that works. Yeah, let's just proceed. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is to whiten this eye, and if you look at the action here, you see whiten eye and teeth. I'll play the action right here. I'll pick my brush, opacity 100, flow 100 as well. Then I'm just going to brush on the eyes. Okay. Then after painting on it, as you guys see, it's too much. I will just reduce the opacity right here. All right, so now this is the interesting part, which is the skin color grading. And then to do the skin color grading, it's a bit tricky, but you guys just follow me through. The first thing is I'm going to create a group. All right, now inside this group, I'm going to an empty Okay, I'll just create an empty layer right inside the group. So that empty layer is what I want to use to sample the skin. So I'll pick my brush, then I will sample anywhere that is sweet, looking good on the skin. Usually it could be between transition and between shadow and highlights. I think this is okay. So what I will do is that place I picked, I'm going to paint it on the entire skin. Okay, that's looking weird, right? But don't worry, just paint. Just make sure you paint on the skin. Let the skin be obvious. Okay, or you can just paint it on the entire picture. All right, so while that is done, in order to review what has been painted, you will go to this group again. That is the group layer we created. Okay, the system is loading. Now we'll go to the group and we'll close the group. So what we want to do is we want to turn this group to a layer mask, and then we're going to be selecting the skin. So in order to do that, turn off this group, and I'll come to one of the layer, and I'm going to select the skin. Now if you are using latest Photoshop, if you come right here to this selection brush tool, you will be able to like automatically select the skin. All right, if you are on the latest Photoshop beta. Okay, but for some of us that are not on the Photoshop, I'm just going to do it that we are not on latest Photoshop. I'm just going to do it manually so that I don't leave anyone behind. Okay, select subject, you click select, and then you wait for it to select the skin, select the subject rather. Let me pick my brush. So it has selected the subject for all, and I will come to this group. Right, when I get to this group, I will click layer mask icon right here. So it's going to create a layer mask of this particular picture. All right, now what is inside this group is what is reflecting on it. Anything I do inside this group is only going to show on this layer mask. All right, so now let us perfect this layer mask, and to do that I'll come back to this layer inside the group, and I'll change the blending mode to color. All right, now after changing it to color, I'll come to this group again, and I want to clean that thing from other parts of our skin. I'll pick my eraser. It is not actually complex, just follow through. I'll pick my eraser and I'll erase it from the place I don't want it to show. Okay, so I don't want it to show there. I don't want it to show on the eye shadow, on the eye as well, and on the lips. I don't want it to show on most of these places. So you can press the slash key on your keyboard in order to review what you are doing. Okay, so now here is where it gets tricky. How do we remove this color grading from this necklace? Now that is a very, very serious question. So what you want to do is you just want to remove it from few, not everything, because if you start removing it from everything, it's not just going to work. It will be hard. Okay, so you just want to remove it from the few of it. All right, now as time goes on, we'll be reducing the opacity, and then we'll be blending it. So by the time we do that, it's just going to blend along. But for now, you guys just follow through. Okay, now let me remove some parts here as well. Now if you are not rushing, you could actually select out this necklace. All right, in select, but I don't want to go that route right now. Okay, so you guys color is appropriate for this skin. Now first of all, let us reduce the opacity to like, let's say 70ish. 70. Here's the before and here's the after. Do you guys think this skin tone is perfect? Here's the before and here's the after. I think it's actually looking good. Then the next thing I will do is I'll go to use saturation, because this model is actually dark skin if you look at it very well. Right, so let us do 50. Okay, I think that's appropriate. Okay, let's go to hue saturation, and then there are ways you can use hue saturation to reduce the gradient on the skin. You you can reduce the saturation or the lightness. Let's reduce the lightness a bit. I don't think I like that. Let me increase it a little. Let me type 3, and the saturation just a little. All right, here is the before and here is the after. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do on this particular skin is to add some dodge and burn shine into it, and to do that I will come still inside this group. Let me name this group skin color. No, let me just name it skin. Okay, so now still inside this group, I want to like add some, you know, dodge and burn contrast. So I'll come down here and I'll go to curves. Okay. Then I will brighten it. Right, then I will double select on this curve. I'll, you know, select twice on it, so it's to open up. It's going to open up this dialog for me to work on the layer style. So what I want to do is I want to remove it from the shadow side. So I'm going to push it in from here until it start reflecting only on the highlight. Okay, I think this works. Now hold my Alt or Option key to split it. Now drag it left. Now to feather it. That's too much. Okay, I think that's okay. Then I'll hit OK. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to reduce the opacity a lot. Here is the before and here is the after. That is how you add shine to your picture, before and after. Okay, let's reduce the opacity to like 30. That works, isn't it? Now let's see the overall before and after of the skin. Here is the before and here is the after. Before and after. As you guys can see, it's really looking good. Now we can go more and more. We can go lot more to, you know, work on this. But I think I want to stop here. I can actually continue to get it to be more perfect, but I'm just going to stop here. Okay, so the next thing is to color grade the picture entirely, and to do that, let me use levels. I open levels, and then let me add some just default contrast here. I think first one is good. Let's see the second one. That's not bad. Now let me go to this. I'll go to this RGB, this drop down RGB. I'll go to this and I'll drop it a little. I'll push it for left. Yeah, here's the before and here is the after. As you can see, that's add serious contrast to the picture. Now let's see the overall before, after, before and after. That is how I color grade this beauty picture. Okay, now if I come back to the skin group layers, any places I have, you know, painted on, I can come back here and just erase it by picking my eraser. I could erase it, and I could pick brush, and some places that is not showing, I could, you know, add it and let it show. All right, so that is how to fix this picture. Now the last thing I want to add is just a bit of blush. Okay, now this blush was there originally, but you know, it's not so obvious again. So to do that, I'll open Hue Saturation Adjustment layer. I will go from here to reds, and I will saturate the red a bit, and I will press Ctrl or Command I. Then I'll only paint on the blush side. I'll pick my brush and I'll paint on the blush side. Now that is too much. Here and here. Let me just remove it from here. That's too much, so I will reduce the opacity first. Then inside this adjustment layer, I'll click on it, and then I can feather it. Here is the before and here is the after. Right, so this is how I did this beauty picture. I'm just going to stop here. We can do further, but I'm just going to stop here. So as you can see, looking all good. So guys, thank you for catching me on this. My name is Kunle. As you guys know, Kunle Capture. If you are here for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, because trust me, you don't want to miss more other great videos coming. Now, like I said earlier, if you check the link in the description, you will see the link to download this action. Is actually free, as well as the raw picture, so that you could practice along, watch again and again and again. You know, you don't pay for it. It's free tutorial. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.